Welcome back from that short break. Let us look at news in business. In business tonight, following a slowdown in the NSSF income in the last financial year, close to 2 million Ugandans who save with the fund will receive an interest of at least 8.7%. Richard Byarugaba, the NSSF Managing Director, told the media that the fund had realized a 402.8 billion notional reduction in income due to a decline in regional equity prices and stronger Uganda shilling against all regional currencies. Paul Busharizi joins us tonight to break this down.
First of all, background, last year NSSF paid 15% interest on this to members who are saving again, which was a record. They've never paid 15% in the whole lifetime of the NSSF. So it was a record. This year, they are going to pay less because they earned their net profit, or they made a loss anyway. They made a loss. They made a loss, and they're going to pay us less than they paid last year because it doesn't support paying us more.
Right.
Yeah. So it's just certain investments of theirs, especially regional investments, investments in Kenya and Tanzania, didn't do so well, and then the shocker of shockers, as Richard Byarugaba of NSSF was saying. The Uganda shilling has appreciated. It's stronger than its neighbors in Kenya and Tanzania. So that means that we're getting back less Uganda shillings for a shilling of Kenya or a shilling of Tanzania. So you are losing on what they call foreign exchange, the foreign exchange loss. There's a foreign exchange loss. So that the combination of things, wiped out potential profit that would have made that they had given us better interest than last year.
So this interest, they say, is going to be slightly above the inflation rate. What does that mean?
Well, I think about 5 years ago, NSSF made a pledge to its members that it will give 2 percentage points over the 10-year average of inflation. So the 10-year average of inflation they're using now is 6.7%. So they're committed to give at least 2 percentage points over that, which is 8.7. So 6.7 plus 2, 8.7. That's the bare minimum. Of course, they're non-committal. The announcement is going to come during the members' meeting, but they say they're confident they'll even beat 8.7. Yeah.
What does that mean? How does that affect our savings?
Well, it means that if you have, let's just say, your 1 million shillings in savings, whereas last year you would have got about 150,000 in interest.
More, yes.
Now you will at least get 87,000 in interest or above.
Is this bound to change?
It will change. It changes every year because the interest is determined by how the business has operated. It's not like a bank where you can go and fix and say, you agree earlier that we'll have 10%. No. So it depends on the business. If the business goes up or it goes down, then they adjust it.
That's very interesting.
Our complaint as members of NSSF should be is, can we find a way to create opportunities for NSSF to invest more and more in this country? So NSSF is not going to go saying, Lynn, I think you need some money. Can we give you money? No, that's not NSSF's job. NSSF, you are supposed to say, I am here, this is my business, this is how it works, and this is how it works, and so on. This is how much money you can make if you invest with me, and this is how I offer to you to invest. Either I'm going to sell shares or I'm going to create bonds. And then NSSF says, okay, this makes sense, and they put money. We're not having enough of those locally, which is sad.
Makes sense.
That's why you're investing. It's NSSF investing 79% of its money with the government, which is not a bad thing, but there should be other avenues.
I hope our money is safe.
Well, there can be. It's safe.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I was going to say there can be an earthquake, but that's a story for another day.
We're not looking at that. There's disaster management.
Hopefully.
Right. Thank you, Paul.
You're welcome.
That was news in business. Now, for Pearl of Africa today, we look at the Nile Bridge. Many parts of Uganda are blessed with water, and in the southwestern countryside of the West Nile region, the Nile crosses through Pakwach district. This river drains from Lake Albert to the north. Travelers have found the Nile Bridge useful in connecting them to Arua district and also making a stop to gaze at the running water. Let's take a look.
This bridge, the Nile Bridge, crosses the Nile just north of Lake Albert in Pakwach district. It carries a road between the cities of Gula to the east and Arua to the northwest. Many travelers make stops at the bridge to look at the speedy water of a river draining from Lake Albert to the north, which is called the Nile. The Nile separates the West Nile sub-region from the rest of the world. Beyond this bridge, a ferry connects the roads between Adjumani and Moyo, and navigation of the river is mainly done by small boats or canoes. The presence of a long shoreline along the Nile clearly represents a big opportunity for developing beaches and hotels with a good view of the waters. Animals are also caught along the Nile Bridge. Check out these elephants. Now for more Pearl of Africa stories, visit our website, which is newvision.co.ug/Pearl of Africa.
Now, for more Pearl of Africa stories, visit our website www.newvision.co.ug/Pearl of Africa, or grab yourself a copy of the Sunday Vision that carries more of these adventure stories. Now, tonight in sport, the Uganda Cranes has arrived in Burundi's capital, Bujumbura, ahead of the first return leg game against the hosts this Saturday at Intwari Stadium. Uganda ejected Somalia on aggregate of 7-1 after 2 legs, while Burundi defeated South Sudan by 4-1 on aggregate. The European football continues tonight as 3 English teams get their Europa League group stage campaigns underway. In football, Uganda Cranes coach Abdallah Mubiru is optimistic that his side will see off Burundi in the qualification round of the 2020 African Nations Championships. The two sides meet this Saturday in the Burundian capital Bujumbura for the first leg, with the return leg 4 weeks away in Kampala on October 19th. Mubiru says the focus in training has been on making the defense foolproof, and he feels his boys are close to perfecting it. Uganda have not made it past the group stages in the last 4 editions of the tournament. Still in football, the Uganda girls under-17 national football team are on their way to Mauritius to take part in the 2019 COSAFA under-17 Women's Championship that kicks off this weekend. The team, who completed a 10-day residential training at the Fufa Technical Center in Nigeria, flew out of the country Wednesday. In swimming, Ugandan teenage double gold medalist Chirabo Namutebi has said she trains hard and that her recent triumph at the 13th Kana Junior African Swimming Championships last week in Tunisia brings her joy. Against all odds that arise from the challenges of local swimming, the 14-year-old swimmer stepped on the top spot of the podium twice in Tunis to become the first Ugandan to win a continental gold medal at this competition.
I generally think to get to such a level, you have to really sacrifice a lot, because if you really want something, you do whatever it takes to get it.
Chirabo, who started testing the waters at the early age of 1 and started competitive swimming at 5, helped Uganda to a 4th-place finish on the medals log behind Namibia, Egypt and table-toppers South Africa. And that was the latest New Vision TV News. My name is Lynn Komjisha. Thank you for watching. We'll catch you next time. I leave you with a fact file.